We're cruising coast to coast and getting an all-access pass to houses so big they can only be called mega mansions. First up, the largest private home in the mighty Empire State, a $100 million castle sitting on priceless New York coastal real estate.
I put approximately $37 million so far.
Then, the sleek urban mansion hidden on the streets of the U.S. Capitol. Designed by government engineers, now an exclusive lair for the nation's most powerful people.
You know those secret societies you hear about? They really do exist.
It all starts now on Mega Mansions. The Gold Coast of Long Island, just 34 miles from New York City, is the Big Apple's most affluent strip of waterfront real estate. It's the place to party for the East Coast's billionaire boys club. In a town where million-dollar homes are a dime a dozen, one mega mansion is in a class all by itself. The Oheka Castle. This 170-room fortress is the second largest private home in America. Clocking in at twice the size of the White House and with its own golf course, Oheka is where it's at.
Today, the house is sited on one of the highest points on Long Island.
In 1914, financial tycoon Otto Kahn gave himself the royal treatment.
This is Oheka Castle. This house was built for grand entertaining. Otto Kahn would have on average 600 people of his closest friends to a party.
It took 5 years to build, and the equivalent of $110 million in today's money. The result? The embodiment of the American dream. A palace so extreme, it helped inspire F. Scott Fitzgerald's American novel, The Great Gatsby. Kahn's demands included a maze of secret tunnels within its walls, so his 126 workers could come and go without disrupting anyone in the main house.
This is the way the employees came into the building each morning or evening, depending on what shift they were on.
The upkeep costs, just to run the place? Insane. After Otto Kahn passed away, the property changed hands several times. It became a retirement home, and later, the Eastern Military Academy. Then, in 1979, it was abandoned. In steps real estate developer Gary Melius. He bought it for a steal in 1984, just $1.5 million. Gary saw a diamond in the rough. 20 years and $37 million later, Oheka is back on top.
When I first bought the property, it looked like something from a horror movie. But I saw what it needed, that it could become something great.
Oheka Castle is, once again, the baddest on the block. This mammoth estate now offers daily guided tours, as well as a hotel and restaurant on site. Oheka is an acronym created from the name of the original owner, Otto Herman Kahn. And it's as grand as the man it was named for. Floors is modeled after the staircase in the Chateau de Fontainebleau, Napoleon's favorite pad.
When Gary bought the estate, this room was completely ransacked.
It took 2 months to polish the original marble floors and 18 months just to scrape the paint off the original railings, which are priceless works of art.
The staircase railing is done by the famous ironsmith Samuel Yellin of Philadelphia. It's all hand-wrought. His work can be seen in the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Before Oheka's cosmetic surgery could begin, 300 trailer trucks of trash were hauled out during the first 6 months of work.
In restoring the castle, I put approximately $37 million so far, and depending on my plans, probably have another $20 million to go.
In the end, that makes for a $60 million upgrade to a castle sitting on luxury New York real estate. Next, a massive man cave. Plus, a labyrinth on O Street. Perched high on the most expensive strip of New York coastal real estate is Oheka Castle. At 109,000 square feet, it's the second largest privately owned home in America and boasts a super cool dungeon party room for current owner Gary Melius.
We're in the lower level of the building. We're gonna go down now to my secret man cave. This is my hideout, especially in the winter when we want to smoke cigars and I don't get yelled at by my wife.
Gary had the tunnels extended at a staggering cost of $200,000. They had to be dug out by hand. It took over a month just to break through the concrete wall to the room.
Believe it or not, this is my favorite room in the whole castle. Get away from everybody.
It's a work in progress, but Gary likes the rough look. It's a style in line with his flair for indie filmmaking. Gary fashions himself something of a movie mogul in his own personal kingdom.
This is my claim to fame for the movie industry. I was a executive producer. It's called Flesh Gordon Meets the Cosmic Cheerleaders. It's a love story. As you can see, decades ahead.
Original owner Otto Kahn enjoyed a little more highbrow fare.
So this is Otto Kahn's library.
Kahn needed a huge space to hold his 2,000-volume collection.
The room is over 50 by 30 feet with ceiling heights of almost 16 feet tall. So it's a grand scale room.
So grand, 2 average-sized 1950 homes could fit inside of it. Kahn's excessive indulgence spanned from the mansion's spacious library to a luxurious indoor pool.
This is the pool room that Otto Kahn built back in 1920.
For Kahn, it was pure luxury. But the current owner may have more sinister plans, based on what's in the works.
There are 2 plans now currently being debated for this particular space. One is to use it as a spa, and the second is to use it as a catering space with a shark tank.
Shark Tank?
The second plan is definitely my favorite.
Looming castle, cigar, Shark Tank. Is Gary a supervillain or what? And even a movie bad guy needs a place to party.